Where I am now, better than before. Through those open doors, where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place, a tender warm embrace, where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in WGPL 1350 studio. And if you want to hear us all over the world, all you have to do is go to www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com at 1400 AM or 1350 AM. And guess what? You can hear us all over the world. And now I want to introduce to some and present the others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful rainy day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM and WGPCE 1400 AM.
Facebook Live on and popping. But I tell you what, don't forget to welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and who else? And the rest of you all. Let's like it, share it, subscribe it, and comment. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn's, YouTube.
All of those.
And all of them, just like it. And we'll shout you out later on in the show.
Absolutely. Look, Tracy Porter is on Facebook Live already. Good morning, young lady. How are you? We're blessed to be here. I tell you what, the weather here in the Hampton Roads area is a little rainy. The kids are home. I know they are excited. I know my grandson is. Oh, yes, he is. And they have a day to sit back, chill, play games, whatever. And man, it's just going to still be a nice day. You all keep your eyeballs on the weather wherever you are, because this is fall, and whatever state you're in, sometimes it, yields some ferocious weather. And so we want to stay safe.
Just look at it as the trees getting their final wash.
And that's what's happening. It's shaking it loose.
That's right.
Vicky Wanda says, shake yourself loose. And that's what that's what nature's doing. It's shaking itself loose, getting ready to just go dormant. And that's just a part of life.
That's right. Even though God made it that way, because now we're going into fall, and who could be a better judge of when the time to change but God? So, hey, when you see all this rain, the trees are taking their final bath.
Absolutely. So I tell you what, we're glad to be here this morning. This is our morning, our Monday morning sports talk. But I tell you what, before we do our sports talk, and look, we got folks chiming in already talking about the Cowboys and everything. Good morning, Roberta Carter. Good to see you on. I'm telling you, we're going to talk about what's going on in the NFL atmosphere. But first, we want to make sure you get this announcement, because we have been given this announcement, Mr. E, after the show on our live social media feed. But we want to make sure our audience knows that Crystal Community Development Corporation, that's my 501c3 organization, it was founded in 2004. We're having an anti-bullying rally. Our community against bullying. a call to action now.
That's right. We're having an anti-bullying rally. That's October the 15th at 11 a.m. at the 1765 South Military Highway in the beautiful city of Chesapeake at New Galilee. You don't want to miss it. It's from 11 a.m. And guess what? We're going to have games. We're going to have banners. We're going to have Wild and Out. We're going to have great speakers that are going to come in and introduce bullying, and those who don't know it, come on out there and be a part.
You know, it's a serious matter. We sound like we're really hyped and up about it, and that's the truth. We feel really good about this rally, but we know that bullying is a problem. It's not child's play. Honey, it is coming with some dangerous things. And so for that reason, we're going to address it, and we're going to try to get you all to come out, leaders, teachers, schools, students, youth program, churches, to try to solve this problem of bullying that's happening in the schools. And so if you've been paying attention to us after our show, we've been talking about some of the reasons for bullying and why it needs to be eradicated. We're also on Monday evenings at 6:00 p.m. on social media, talking about some of the things that we can do and talking about the rallies, some of the things that's going to take place as well on that day. It's October the 15th. You all save the date.
That's right.
October the 15th is coming up soon. This is Anti-Bullying Month, and we feel the need, Crystal Community Development Corporation, to address the problem of bullying. Please come out. Please support. And you can also enter in the banner competition. That's if you have a youth group or a mentoring program of some kind, your church group, students at school. Please make sure they get involved. Make sure we are talking to our children about this problem. Bullying has arms, Miss
That's
D.
right. That's
and
right.
We're not just talking about, somebody just teasing somebody. We're talking about people that are trying to put people in gangs, bullying them to be in gangs, bullying them to hurt and harass others. Kids are depressed. They're suicidal. That's because, right. It's somebody's power over their power, somebody trying to pull down their self-esteem. And Crystal Community Development Corporation ain't having it. We cannot have it because our mission is to develop young leaders.
That's right.
And as long as those elements are out there, gangs and those things that pull down children's esteem, bullying and all that harassment, we can't do the job we can do efficiently, because we can help build up children, and then they go out there to school or go out there in the street and there's somebody there just waiting to tear them down. Bullying is definitely a problem. We want you all to be out on October the 15th, 1765 Military Highway in Chesapeake, Virginia. We have Senator Lionel Spruill that's going to be there. We have Les Smith that's going to be there. We have Mimes. We have Pizza in a Dialogue, where we're going to talk to you. You all going to talk to us about what bullying is and how it has affected us. We're also going to have a young lady, Mr. E, who is a former. She's reformed, a former bully, and she's going to tell her story. And we have another young man who's an advocate. He's going to be out there. We have all kind of information for parents, and we have Crystal Community Development, which you all can sign up for the programs, Young Men and Women Achieving Success. We're not going to leave you hanging. There are a lot of things coming down the pike, Mr. E, that is going to help the community to rise above and challenge this thing called bullying and resolve some of these issues. We're not just sitting around here talking and having some good old cheerleading time. Honey, we're going to cheerlead, but we're also going to find solutions to this problem called bullying.
And that's what it's all about, Ms. Hinton, bringing great awareness, letting you know that this thing is for real. This is not a joke. Bullying is not a joke. It's not just at the young age, it's at the older age also. Bullying is a long, wrong drug. I'm going to put it like that. It is a drug that has formed a habit or disease, right, that has formed a habit that's taken our young people by leaps and bounds. They also introduce them to be a part of gangs, and they don't want them but for a little while. And then after they done got a taste of the gang leading now, it's hard for them to get their self together. And some people go to nursing homes, and when they go
Oh
into
my
nursing
goodness.
homes and they begin to jump on the folks that's handicapped, a bully
Yes.
doesn't care who it is. And and I want you to understand, my brothers and sisters, that while you're out there listening to your child, it's not your child is sick. Your child has been threatened by somebody, especially when your child said they don't want to go to school.
Yes.
So pay close attention to what's going on. Pay close attention to the things that your children are saying to you. Pay close attention when they say somebody's picking on them. Get involved. Go out there and see why this kid, it's not just all child play. Oh, they just being children.
Mhm.
It's just puppy love. No, no, no. It's a serious matter,
Yes.
especially when your child and got to the point where she wants to commit suicide, especially when your child and got to the point where she wants to cut her wrist and want to stay in the house and too ashamed to tell, don't want to tell you because the bully said snitches get stitches, and she don't want you to get in trouble, don't want their
Yes.
house to be tore up, especially when they get a little older and they get into the wheelchair and somebody push them down and go steal something, and they introduce them to gangs, jump them in and jump
Yes.
them out. Especially, we would just want to let you know that on October the 15th, 11 a.m., you need to be there. You need to get all of your groups, your social groups, your youth groups together, your church groups together, and come on out to 1765 South Military Highway in the city of Chesapeake, Virginia. Make a banner. Yeah, get your group together, make an anti-bullying banner so that we can be a judge. Did you not know that the banner competition is going on out there? It's $150 for first place.
Mhm.
It's $100 for second place, and it's $75 for third place winners. So we want you to be a part of what's going on because bullying is
Yes.
right underneath your nose.
Absolutely. It's not teasing. We're not talking about teasing somebody. We're talking about a dangerous, dangerous thing called bullying. And we need to find answers. Parents are at their wits end, schools are at their wits end, students, like Miss E said, they're depressed, they're suicidal. And we need to find
That's
answers.
right.
And we just can't let this problem continue to build and build and build. We need to pull it together.
Miss Hinton, sometimes we wonder why seniors and people can't go in front of their own front yards to enjoy their community anymore, to find out who their neighbors are. I ain't going over there. Sometimes they used to do and take care of somebody else's child. I
Mhm.
ain't saying nothing to that child, because we are our brother's keeper. Come on, let's
Yes.
understand what's going on. Let's look at what's happening. Not only that, you can get the book that Miss Hinton has
Mhm.
written. Bullying is right underneath your nose. You get it in Spanish and you get it in English, and she'll sign it for you right
Yes.
there. So we want to bring great awareness.
Absolutely. You can download the book. Bullying is right underneath your nose. It's online everywhere. And just learn more about what bullying is. We're dealing with the bully, we're dealing with the victim and the bystanders because there's plenty of people,
That's
Mr. E,
right.
that's been standing around
That's right.
watching and
Looking.
egging it on
That's
and
right.
keeping it going. And it has been it's turning into such a dangerous thing.
That's
And
right.
so
That's
we
right.
want you all to get involved. October the 15th. Please join us. Our Community Against Bullying, a call to action now. You can look it up on Facebook. You can go ahead and let us know you're coming. We need to know because we're having pizza and a dialogue. We need to know how many kids, how many adults are coming out. Please tell your family and friends. We need answers from you. That's why we're pulling everybody in. It's a problem that Crystal Community cannot solve alone. I can't solve it, Mr. E. We all need to band together. That's why we have the senators to come out. We have Chesapeake Police Department coming out to address people. That's why we have advocates and the youth and schools and all kind of folk coming out so we can find out how we can get this problem under control, and that our children can become those leaders
That's right.
that
That's
they
right.
were born
That's
to
right.
be.
That's right, Miss Hinton. Educating you. Let's help educate you so you can be aware. They're doing it all over town. They don't might not like your child because she got real hair and because she's got eyeglasses, and eyeglasses are different color, and or she might talk funny, and so she might have a little mental illness. They don't care who they pick on. A bully do not care whether or not he's
Absolutely.
got a mental illness or anything, be in a wheelchair. They don't care who they pick on. So listen, we want to educate you. We want you to understand that they're taking your children lunches. They're taking your children's money. They can't sit on the school bus and be safe. They're making a move. Your child want to sit in a certain seat, then what they'll do, make that child get out of the seat. And if they don't get out of the seat, then they'll beat them up right there on the school bus. Come on, let's stop that.
Yes.
The driver can't drive the bus because now somebody's fighting. Miss Hinton, I saw the other day where the bus driver told the little girl on the bus to have a seat. The little girl said that all you do is a bus driver, and begin to lay into the bus driver.
Yes.
All you supposed to do is drive the bus, but the bus driver got more to do than just, I got to get you home safe.
Absolutely.
So she laid up one side. She was about 13 years old, laid up on one side of the bus driver and came down the other side, just having a choice word. And when you go to the parents do not have no clue that their child acting like that.
Absolutely. It's a problem. It's also a problem online. Cyberbullying is, I'm telling you, the numbers are crazy. And this is the thing. People are up there to destroy you. They're not up there just to tease you. It's not teasing.
That's right.
They're up there to pull you down by any means necessary. And even if they got to pull a whole multitude of people with them to pull you down, you say one wrong thing, they want to cancel you. They want to bully you. They want to stalk you. And so cyber bullying is a really tremendous problem.
That's right.
Road rage is a part of it too.
That's
harassment, all that is in the same vein. And we need to find answers for it. It's too many people. Let me say this, Miss D. It's too many mothers. It's too many fathers coming to us. It's too many children that are suffering, and that's why I paid attention to it because it was like it wasn't a problem that could just easily be solved. Okay, sit down, leave them alone. It's something. It's deep, wherein people are trying to drive people into madness.
That's right.
And drive them and hurt and harm. It is just it's a monster.
Even though you said something that was so key about cyberbullying, what they do with cyberbullying, for those who don't understand, don't know what cyberbullying is, they get some information and put it on the internet, on Facebook, Twitter, you name the social media page that children are hanging out or everybody hanging out with, and put your business right out there, and everybody hears your business and know what you did.
Absolutely.
And because that's what they call cyberbullying. And then when you turn around and get that road rage, why go back? If somebody cut in front of you, thank God that everybody was safe. Then you turn around and had to drive up on that person.
Yes.
You don't know what that person may have. You could be the culprit. You could be the bully. The scripture declares, let a man examine himself and see what you made out of. Did you produce some bullies that came out of your house? Because a bully, not just this child, it can come right into your own home. You can be a bully right there. So don't forget to join us October the 11th at October the 15th at 11 a.m. at 1765 South Military Highway in the city of Chesapeake, Virginia.
Yes, don't forget the petition. That's online. You can go to my page, or you can go to change.org and you can sign a petition. We, of course, the banner competition, first, second, and third prizes are at stake for youth groups, and registration. If you want to be registered for it, just drop your email right there and let us know. One thing I want to say before we move on is that cyberbullying is something that is really critical. Mr. E, what happens is one person can summon up I mean, the multitude against an individual, and that's what really caused it to really escalate and be worse than just teasing. They take and your friends, everybody that you know, will come against someone and make their life a living hell. So we're not talking about something that's a little problem. We're talking about a great big problem, and we want you to be there October the 15th at 11 o'clock a.m., 1765 South Military Highway in Chesapeake, Virginia. Starts at 11 a.m., and we have a lot of great speakers, advocates, entertainment. We have Pizza in a Dialogue, Wild and Out Bullying, banner competition, and we have you speaking out and speaking up.
That's
so
right.
Join us
That's
there.
right.
Mr. E, we have our information about our jobs, but we're going to actually just post that. We already have it posted, so you all can go on our pages. FYI, you can go on any of our pages and you can find that employment list, the current job listing. But since it is Monday and we need to get back to business, Mr. E, to sports business that is, let's talk about the NFL and let's talk about the chaos on talking about cyberspace, on social media. Folks are at arms about a particular game, and we got to cover that before we get out of here. Mr. E gonna make that announcement because I think he is kind of happy on today.
You know, I told folks that I'm not gonna go off to the left on this.
You need to start going not to the left, but you need to start really, really, really cheering up a team that is doing quite well. And who is that?
Miss Hinton, I just want our listening audience to know that the Dallas Cowboys woe into the Redskins. I mean Washington, the Commanders, 25-10. And you know, here's the thing that gets me so much. The Commanders came out there with their black suits on, their black uniforms on, like they was trying to spook somebody, you know. But them Cowboys, even with the second string quarterback, put something on those Washington Commanders. Here is the team, Miss Hinton. I got to drop this on you. Them John Brown Pittsburgh Steelers dropped to.
Pittsburgh Steelers did well, or did
they lost? They lost.
Mr. You throwing shade.
Them Pittsburgh Steelers. Listen,
we haven't even finished talking about Washington.
I don't want to mess with Washington, but I told them I'm not gonna wear them out. You know, I tell all the haters for the Dallas Cowboys, all you gotta do is take a deep breath and hold it for 20 seconds. Hold your breath for 20 minutes. You'll come around.
Ooh, Mr. E. Well, I want to just say for a minute that when I looked at social media after the game, it was so many Washington fans that were very upset with you all.
Well,
I mean, I have not seen so much shade thrown in a while, but they were very upset. I think Washington has not won. Or have they won? They've won one, lost 3.
That's right.
You all are 3 and have lost 1.
Yeah.
And so the fans of Washington are definitely upset with you all. I saw it all throughout social media. And first of all, I want to say congratulations to the Dallas Cowboys, of course.
Thank you so much.
You know, they're doing good. You know, I always thought that they would do good when they're playing within their own, territory here. But after that is over with, that's when we kind of have some concern. But right now, let's give them their props. You all are doing really good.
You know, Miss Hinton, they predicted that the first 5 games of the Cowboys, it's going to be an L. You know, that we're going to lose it all. But see, they're looking at the wrong crystal ball. They are looking at the wrong ball. They got to look at the star instead of the ball. See, they so busy looking at a crystal ball, then they're not looking at the star. They was always told to follow the star.
Well, Mr. E, I want to know what Washington did that didn't help make it happened for them. What do you think was the problem?
Washington just couldn't get it together. Their defense wasn't all of that. Their offense wasn't all of that. You know, they kept us down to it was looking a little close. They came back and scored a touchdown. But here's the kicker part about Washington. Washington is not ready. Washington doesn't have a place to call home. Washington. I heard somebody from the Pittsburgh Steelers email me yesterday, text me yesterday, and say, y'all didn't do good. The Cowboys didn't do good. I said, why we didn't do good? He said, y'all ain't playing but a high school team anyway.
Oh my goodness, now that's shady.
But I said, I couldn't do but laugh because, that's where they practice at on a high school team, high school field, so that's what that's the Washington Commanders. Let me go on down the league and give you some
hear
scores.
about Philadelphia Eagles, because I'm telling you, if they're not on the roll, I don't know who.
Philadelphia Eagles are on point. I got to give it to you that everybody got to watch out for them Eagles. Them Eagles beat the Jaguars 29-21.
Wow.
I mean, here's the thing that folk ain't looking at. I know we talking about Philadelphia, but Philadelphia did a wonderful job, and they the team to look out for in our division.
That's what everybody's saying.
In our division right now, the Philadelphia Eagles are in first place. We are tied. Well, we in second place, and New York Giants is in third place. We beat them by so many points on our point scoring.
When was this? When?
We beat the Giants.
Okay, rewind. I didn't hear that, Missy. I thought we were talking about the Eagles, but go ahead.
The Eagles are in first place in our division. Then there would be a tie for the Eagles. Be tied for second place would be the New York Giants and the Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
But because we got them on the edge by certain many points, so that makes us second place, and it makes the Giants third place.
Okay.
And guess who's fourth place?
Well,
them Commanders are fourth place. But here's something that I want to drop into your spirit, Miss Hinton. Kansas City Chiefs wore them Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They wore them out last night.
I'm surprised.
The final score was 41-31. A high-scoring game.
These games are close too.
That total combined points on that game, Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs, was 72 points. That's a high-scoring game for anybody. Two teams to play, that played together.
Yes.
And then the New York Giants, they beat the Chicago Bears 20-12. And 20-12, and the Jets came back and they beat the Steelers 24-20.
Now, what are the Steelers doing this season?
Well, it's the big show. The Steelers not doing anything.
I mean, they won.
Oh God, the last
recently?
3 games they done lost.
I didn't know that. Well, I am, because Steelers are not. They know that they're pretty good at times. Last season they did pretty good, but I'm kind of surprised.
James West, Alvin Brooks, all them BT. I'm calling names. I'm dropping names. Yeah, they don't even want to talk to you because one, they're still. I called Dr. Rooks last night. I said, "Did y'all win?"
What did Dr. Rook say? He probably said, I'm asleep.
He want to hang the phone up on me, because guess what? They're losers.
Oh, wow.
I mean, but when I look at it, and then here's the kicker part. The Buffalo Bills played against the Baltimore Ravens. The Buffalo Bills beat the Ravens 24-20.
What's it? The Buffalo Bills. Now, give me their season so far.
The season for the Buffalo Bills is a 4-1.
Ooh, they are doing quite well.
3-2. Yeah,
they're doing quite well.
They doing a wonderful job. But here's another one that was so close: the Green Bay Packers and the New England Patriots.
Oh my!
Guess who won?
Who?
The Packers beat Aaron Rodgers beat them in overtime, 27-24 in overtime. Now here's another high-scoring game yesterday, Miss Hinton. The Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Raiders.
Oh,
the Raiders won. They
Score.
won.
What's the score?
32-23.
Who's coming up this week? What's
Well, the Cowboys will be playing the Rams. We'll be playing the Rams this week. So, y'all get ready for a good barn burner. That's a Monday night game for us.
Absolutely. You all join us, and we're going to talk about that. I want to just say prayers up to my cousin Ann. Just lost her brother on last night, my cousin Amos. And so pray for the family. And, sometimes it's really hard to really see, your loved ones that you've known so long go away from here. But if you all pray for the family, we'll survive it. So look, come on over here. We got some more things to give you all, some more tea. Social media, just any place you want to go, we'll be there. God bless you. We're going to see you on Wednesday.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. Don't forget to join us October the 11th at 11, October the 15th at 11 a.m. at 1765 South Military Highway in the city of Chesapeake, Virginia. That's our community against bullying. That's right. Don't forget to join us at 11 a.m. October the 15th at 1765 South Military Highway in the beautiful city of Chesapeake, Virginia. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here in WGPL 1350 for more of FYI.
Yes. So look, we are definitely excited about our community against bullying, a call to action now, right now, where we need your support. We need your help. We need you all to get the word out. We need to bring families together because this is a problem now. If it haven't affected you, maybe you coming out, you'll realize how much of a problem it really is. And you'll hear from people that have been affected by it. You hear from leaders who need you all to hear why we should come together with this issue and many other issues, Mr. E. This is not the only one, but this one, like I said, has branches, and it's not just bullying. You got sexual harassment, you have cyberbullying, you got road rage, you got all kind of things that's attached to this thing, where we need to really, really get a handle on it. Adults are bullied. Children are bullied. And it's a problem for our whole world. And people are addressing it, not only Crystal Community Development Corporation, but people all over, all kind of organizations, advocates are addressing this problem because it's coming with so much violence and things. And so we really want your help. Please ask people to come out. Ask them so we can get answers. Ask them so we can solve this problem. Ask them so we can let our children know that they can be safe. They can go to daycares. They can go to college. They can go to schools. Wherever they go, on the playground, the bus stop, that they'll be okay because we have people that are watching and looking and making sure that laws and things are in place that they can remain safe. This is not an emotional thing here.
That's right.
This is something that we have to have laws put in place to protect people.
That's right.
So this is what we need to do.
I want to be a bully right now.
Okay.
Denise Sherrod. What about them Cowboys?
Oh my goodness.
Denise, I just want to tell you, she a cowgirl. She's a commander. She's a diehard commander. I know you won't sing to me. Isn't Ann Miles a commander too?
Yes, it is. Not messing with you today.
Come on, y'all don't.
But let me say this. Denise said she said bullying is in the government and it makes people feel like they have permission to do the wrong thing. And that's true. We saw that the past 4 years.
That's right.
All the harassment and bullying. But yeah, Mr. E.
Denise said, whatever. I know you want to say whatever. Y'all stepped out there with y'all brand new uniform. You understand?
And tell me about that because I heard you mention that, Mr. E.
They stepped out there with their brand new black uniforms on. I said these high school players are stepping out here with their brand new uniforms on, playing in the big league. The high school
Yeah,
players.
that's cold.
I mean, listen. Those cats could have won, could have scored a little while ago. They caught a kick, right? They kicked the ball, and instead of them jumping on the ball and laying down on the ball, they instead of them running with the ball,
Yes.
They should have stopped the clock. Instead of them going to get a touchdown, they
Oh,
laid on
that
the
is
ground. So
shade.
you got to remember that they're not professional football. They are not professional players. I didn't want. I told you, Miss Hinton, I'm only trying to be cool, calm, and collective. But I got to give it where it hurts at, because the brand new uniform didn't bring them no brand new luck. And the Dallas Cowboys hit them so bad. I mean, air balls, and they kept the run game down for us, but they didn't do the air game. They couldn't stop the air game. And that young quarterback that came in for that, he's doing a marvelous job. So I want to say to all you so-called fans out there, Dallas Cowboys look real good. If you tell the truth, shame the devil, you'll go to heaven.
Well, I tell you what, social media was ablaze, because I mean, the Cowboys, the fans were very excited. But
that's right.
What the Commanders, the ones that I saw on my feed, was so upset. They were like, "Hey, I'm going to change teams." They were very upset. They felt like nobody's playing except for maybe one or two really playing, But they feel like there's a problem.
There is a problem.
And so, I don't know, Denise, what do you think? What do you think is some of the things that should go on, or should take place as far as the game with the Commanders?
She ain't got nothing to say.
What is it? Do you think, what are they doing wrong? That's the question. What are they doing right? What are they doing wrong? If you could answer that for me, that'll give me a better picture of, how fans feel about it. Somebody said last night, Mr. E, they felt like it was the owner.
It's always,
you know what I'm saying?
See, here's the thing that folks do. It's a blame game. See, if the team is doing well, then the team did wonderful. But if they lose, it's because they used to say that with Jerry Jones, but they're not giving Jerry Jones credit now, even though the Cowboys are winning. Well, he allowed them to play. You got team members, you got people out there playing. Mm-hmm. And they supposed to be professional players. They got assignments. They got drills that they run. And if somebody blow their cover, then they get beat. It's not the coaches. These are professional. These are people who get paid top dollar to play that position. Wow. You just can't put a man out there in a professional football game and he just learned how to be a tackle. You got to teach that man. He's got to have some training from elementary school all the way to college on up, to pro. And
okay. Right, go ahead, Ms. E.
And when you play in the pro game, they paying you big bucks to play that position. And if you can't pay that position, hey, take your money back.
Well, see, this is what I'm wondering. Washington is a brand.
They used to be.
And this is what I'm saying. There were, when we started covering sports, so we didn't see nothing but Washington Redskins in this area. Yeah. I mean, you saw Cowboys, but this area was flooded. And they were doing pretty good. Now, what has happened since that time to this time that Washington now is kind of struggling? What is going on?
First of all, to me, my opinion, they don't have no home field advantage. They don't have no home court. Mm-hmm. They playing in Landover, Maryland, mm-hmm. which is not theirs.
Okay.
So now they're practicing in Virginia. So now you got to balance the ball. Mm-hmm. Where do they live?
You say a team without a home.
A team without a home. Where do they live?
Is that the problem? Now, let me tell you, one of the fans that I know so well said that the name is the problem.
The name.
What, they said, what? This is a Washington fan. What kind of name is that?
That's a semi-pro name. And they playing like semi-pro.
Ooh, That is
It's
so
a semi.
much.
When you look at the Commanders, you looking at that name begin in the semi-pro area, CFM and all those CFL semi-pro sports, because they got names like the Commanders, they got names like the Rocket Ships, they got names like that down
We said
there.
rocket ship.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
they got names like that. The Houston Astros, outer space names. They got that kind of jail going on. And not only that, when you look at Washington Redskins back in the day, Dexter Manley and all them boys, Joe Theismann.
Mhm.
When you look at football, then change the whole game.
Wow.
This is just Sunday and go and play.
Let's talk about Philadelphia Eagles because we have got to have them on. We have got to talk about Philadelphia really being on top.
That's right. Philadelphia is doing it this year. I got to give it to them. Behind the Dallas Cowboys, because if we had a slipped and fell last year, guess who would have been in first place? Them Philadelphia Eagles. Them Philadelphia Eagles are running hard.
Wow.
They're playing hard. But this is what's going to happen. They're going to burn themselves out.
Why do you say that?
Because right now they're shooting their best guns at the beginning. Last year, they shot their best guns at the end.
Okay.
All this that they're playing now, it don't pay off until it get into the playoffs.
Right.
And when they get into the playoff, that's when the money counts. Let me show you what's happening around the league. In the early part of the league now, all their stars, money name, quarterbacks and things are getting hurt early. Where the games don't mean too much of anything, just we're winning in our division. But when the time meets the rubber, it has to be later on down the road when they get into that playoff. This is where you're going to need Lottie Dottie and everybody to step up their game. As I begin to look at Tampa Bay Buccaneers yesterday, when I looked at Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs, that young Mahomes said that he'd been talking to Brady. Brady been telling him that all you got to do is keep on doing what you're doing. You're doing a wonderful job. And he came out yesterday, smoked Brady right before his very eyes. I mean, Mahomes just took the information that was given to him by Tom Brady, and burnt him. Tom ain't no stump now. Tom came back firing up that pad. But he don't like to be laid down.
Absolutely. Who beside Tom Brady is a star with the Buccaneers? Who else stands out?
They got this running back on the Buccaneers, and who's a beast. I mean, a beast. They got number 10. I think I forgot his name. Samuel somebody that's a beast. They got a good Tampa Bay got a good offense, got a good defense. But see, the thing that you got to remember, people have already figured them out. See, just like you said one time before, you got to come to play. You just can't come in there with the attitude, I done won 6. I'm the big kahuna. You got to come in there to be finesse and to play the game. Tom Brady last night had to play.
Wow.
That's why he brought him back up to 31-41. They lost by 10 points.
Wow.
They lost by 10 points, right? 31-41, but they was down. I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs was on them. I mean, in them. The running game was on point. The passing game was on point. Mahomes did a bootleg, was on point. All they did was on point.
Oh man, let me look at some of the other winners and losers in the game. Okay, so you said the Bills won.
The Bills
23-20.
Yes.
We got the Cardinals that won against the Panthers 26-16. Carolina. What about, let's see, you just mentioned Green
Bay.
They won against the Patriots. You mentioned that.
They won.
27.
Yes.
Okay, and Who else do we have? The Raiders, 32-23. Ooh, that's whoa. All right, Raiders. Okay, we just talked about the Chiefs and Tampa. Who else is coming up?
Miami Dolphins lost yesterday too.
Yeah, I know it.
Miami
I
Dolphins.
know
Them
it.
Dolphins, and everybody was looking for the Miami to take lead. I told
Absolutely.
you any day now, any time now, these teams can switch on you.
Well,
They was looking for Miami to take it all the
well,
way.
they won against my grandson's. I mean, they lost against my grandson's other team. The what you call it? Was it the Bengals?
The Bengals. That's right. That's
Absolutely.
right.
The score was 27, Bengals 15.
Right.
Dolphins.
That's right.
The Vikings and the Saints, that game 28-25 for the Vikings. The
ATL.
Vikings. That's what you call this team.
That's
Dexter.
Yeah,
Dexter
team.
Martin.
That's right. They won.
I know he feels good.
Yeah, they won. And then when you look at
Browns lost.
Who?
The Browns.
Oh yeah, the Cleveland Browns, they lost. You know, there was a great team. That's Ivan Harris team, you know, over there. They lost to the ATL.
Wow, the 49ers, the Rams, that's coming up on today.
Now here's a team that you got to look at. You got to look at my brother's team, Detroit Lions.
Yeah, what are they doing?
Well, the Detroit Lions, they lost yesterday.
Oh my, 48.
Look at the high score. That's 90.
I wish I would have
90
seen
points
that game.
right there.
I'm gonna tell you that
a combined score of 90 points.
I wish I could have seen that game.
I mean, that was a high scoring hit me, I'll hit you back, hit me, I'll hit you back. The Tennessee Titans, I got to make mention of that. The Tennessee Titans, they beat the Indianapolis Colts yesterday 24 to 17. Yesterday it was just a good game. But the highlights was, you know, that camaraderie was them Cowboys.
Well, I'm glad. Look, they stirred up social media, because I'm telling you, that's a lot of the fun when it comes to, you know, the fans and how they react and how they're into it. That's what I want to see. I want to see what the fans are thinking and how they are celebrating or not celebrating their team. We got to see that, and I got a chance to see it. I was cracking up. You know, people were really into, especially the Cowboys and Washington, you know, on social media. That rocked and roll. But anyway, we are just so glad to be here with Sports Talk. We're going to continue bringing you nothing but the best. The season is still fresh, and they're playing some ball. Mr. E, who's playing this week? Let's mention that before we go on.
Miss Hinton, tonight's game, Monday night game, is the Los Angeles Rams. We play them next week. The Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, wow. That should be a good game.
Well,
oh my goodness.
Let me tell you, them Rams ain't no joke.
Let's see.
Now, my good friend in Oklahoma City, he's a San Francisco 49er fan. So I'm saying to him, and I know he's listening, y'all going down.
Oh my goodness. Well, I tell you, that's Mr. E's prediction.
Y'all going down because the Rams got to look good when it comes to playing us.
Okay.
And then this might be Dak's debut. Yeah. This might
really?
Dak might
already.
be already. He was out there with a thumb brace.
It's been 3 weeks.
It's been 4 weeks now.
Well, he should be ready then.
You know,
that's going to be fabulous.
He should be coming back, taking over the game. A lot of people saying that he should not come back in the game.
Yeah.
But you gotta remember, he's a franchise player.
He's got to come on back now. He just can't sit back and lay back. If he's healed and ready, they'll let him know. But look, let's talk about the young man that got injured. There was one last night too. They said got injured, but he went back into the game. But what about the young man that got injured so bad, the concussion? Who was that?
Well, see that I forgot. He was a quarterback for one of the teams. See, this happened before yesterday's game.
I know.
He's got hurt. He had a concussion the first game. Now, but protocol says that he should not have been going back out there. He should have been under protocol law. But They got him.
They got him. They said the doctor is not even an NFL doctor.
And they
From
got
my
him and sacked him, and he hurt his back this time. They said he hurt his back, but they failed to realize that the back spine is connected with the head.
Well, I tell you what, y'all be careful out there. You know, the game has been less dangerous than it was back in the day.
That's right.
But it's still dangerous.
But see, back in the day, they didn't have all that equipment. They got more safety equipment on today, and I think that's what's causing a lot of damage because they so busy trying to protect the player from being hurt. The precaution, they said, the statistics said this is what on paper, that if you get a head injury, but look at what happened to some of the boys back in the days of old. You know, arthritis set in on them because
they
you know,
messed
their
up.
hands, but you know, and the legs and pain that got in the leg, but still they had helmets with no pads in it. They had a shoulder pad that was just as thin as a paper bag, but they had cleats. I mean, real ivory cleats.
That's right.
They had the real stuff. Right now, these young folks are being so well protected.
Good.
They got the teeth knocked out playing football, and you know you've been in a football game. But right now, they're so busy, and I think that's the reason that's causing a lot of players to be hurt because they're so busy trying to prevent them from getting hurt.
Well, I hope they don't get hurt like that. You know, I mean, to the point where you can't play or you have lost yourself. You no longer who you are. You know, that's just too much. But anyway, we're going to move on. I hope you all have been looking at the season of the NFL and the excitement and all that's going on. Hope when your team is on that you got your mugs and all that stuff that go along with it, so you can just enjoy it because it is quite enjoyable. I hope to go to a professional game soon, and so hey. You all just continue to keep looking and keep watching, FYI, because we're going to bring you nothing but the best on our Mondays. Now, look, again, we want to tell you all about our October 15, Our Community Against Bullying. Call to action now. We're going to bring Felix up.
That's right.
Felix is going to be our guest probably on Friday, and we need to hear from him. He's going to be there at the anti-bullying rally and his friends. And we want you all to just be a part of what we are doing. This is not just for me or mine. It's for all of us to come together to find answers and to hear how tremendous this problem is, because some people, Mr. E, don't even know that this problem here is just out of this world.
That's right, Mr. And some of them thought it was just only that's the way they are, that's how they are, that's the way those people are, but they don't know how serious it is. They don't know really they're not thinking about it. They don't know how serious it is when these children get on that bus and almost turn buses over fighting up there.
Yes.
Almost jumping out of windows. And
it's not just children. I mean, it's just, go ahead, Ms. Lee, but it's not just children. It's a problem across the board.
That's right. I want to say good morning to Miss Sheila Robbins, Mr. Chris Hinton, Miss Larry Moore, Miss Carol Scott. Thank you so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio station in the world.
Philip Plum, hello, how are you? Sheila Davis is up here again. And oh my goodness, Denise and all you all, thank you.
Tracy Porter, my girl, is up here.
Yes. Roberta, all you all, thank you so much. But please, look, we're asking you if you would come out and support us. Would you please come out and support us? Just take one Saturday and just say, okay, Yolanda, okay, Misty, okay, Crystal Community, we'll be out there to see about you, to support you and bring somebody. We're very serious. I'm very serious about this. Like I told you all before, I recognize bullying only because I was doing a program for the state, anti-drug and anti-tobacco for youth. And I didn't pay any attention to it until I saw about 180 to 200 kids that didn't have all the supervision in the world that they needed. And it was so much bullying, I could not ignore it. But the thing about it, I was compelled to, Mr. E, do something about it. And that's when I started doing research. I wrote the first version of the book. I also talked to, and this is the thing, people were coming to me, and it was like, how in the world is something that I just became aware of, and people are coming to me about their children.
Yeah.
And remember,
Yeah,
about their
that's right.
children, about themselves being bullied, about school and how the kids are suicidal grandmothers.
That's right.
It was
That's
like, well,
right.
what is this? And
That's right.
so I felt the need. Crystal Community Development Corporation felt the need to address this and find out what we can do to help our children stay safe and our adults stay safe, our communities to stay safe. And I also realized how big of a problem this thing was.
Miss Hinton, I mean, what a great, wonderful job that you're doing in order to pull this off, to make awareness so that people can see in their communities, so that
Yes.
mamas would have an idea, daddies would have an idea to why their children fail. And, being bullied can cause your child to fail, and why your
Absolutely.
child is not reading up to his level and what's going on with them. It's not just child's play. It's not child's play, because children don't play like that. It's people who really trying to deteriorate, and not only that, we got to look at the bullies also. We got to look at them that are being bullied and find out what's going on with them, so that we
Absolutely.
can help them to stop doing what they're doing. We want to send our children to safe places, not to a place where they got the fight going in
Yes.
and fight going out. Our
Absolutely.
schools have more metal detectors in there. They got teachers right now in elementary school, in middle school, being having guns on them, so just in case somebody come in there. They shouldn't have to go to school and be armed guard protected. They should be able to go. Teachers should be able to go to school and teach.
Absolutely.
Now they got to walk around with 45s and 9mm on them, and be the first person that they called in the school to come
Absolutely.
to where that place is. Our school should never be a target. We should never have that.
Absolutely. I wonder if you all would please support. Come on out, October the 15th, 11 a.m. It's in New Galilee Multi-Purpose Center, 1765 South Military Highway, Chesapeake 23320. Please come out, support. We want to hear from you. We want you all to hear from those that want to address it and that are standing with us. There are a lot of people standing with us because a lot of people want the problem solved. October the 15th, 11 a.m., 2022, 1765 South Military Highway. Mr. E is going to give the number in a little while. And we want you to come out, support, bring somebody, tell children, come on out and let us talk about this problem and help resolve it.
That's right.
Mr. E, we are hoping that you all will be a part of following us on social media, first of all. But our upcoming shows is going to be all about this anti-bullying movement here.
That's right.
Our Mondays, we'll do a little sports talk. Wednesdays, Monday and Wednesday and Friday, we got to push this. We have to have people out. We have to have people stand with us. So that's what you're going to hear for the rest of the month. This is anti-bullying month, and we need to get the message out.
And if you plan on attending, let us know. Let us know that you're going to be with us. Just you standing with us. Don't just, and make sure you tell your groups. Make sure you tell your youngins. Make sure you tell people to come and stand with us. We're not walking down the middle of the street holding a rally, a riot. What we are doing is right there bringing great information to help you and others to understand this cause to action now. This calls to this action and what's going on. So we want you to go to our pages of change.org and vote to let us know that you're with us. And if you're going to participate, let us know. Drop your information right here and join us October the 11th, October the 15th. I don't know why I get 11th and the 15th. October the 15th. October the 15th at 11 a.m. That's on a Saturday. October the 15th at 11 a.m. at 1765 South Military Highway in the beautiful city of Chesapeake, Virginia. The reason why I'm saying 11, because Mike Person, who's the number 11 linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys, went to work last night.
We cannot have fake news going out. October the 15th.
That's what
at
it is.
11 o'clock a.m. In Chesapeake, Virginia. Denise says it has started with her granddaughter. And see, that's the thing. I have a grandson. I don't want nobody bullying him. I don't want to have to, come out of my cat. my baby. But anyway, she said, well, we have I'm not even, I'm just waiting. And I'll talk to you about all that later. But anyway, again, thank you all for joining us. Please pray for my family. We just lost my cousin. That's Ann Miles' cousin. You all just tell her that you're praying for her in the feed. And, it's hard to lose a loved one and a brother, at that. It was just them two, her and her brother. And so we're praying for her. Okay, you can also, the ladies' pie is going to come up, music, book. We'll have all that out there for you. You can, we can also host for you your event, special occasion, and you can be a guest sponsor and intern with FYI. Mr. E is going to give you that information.
And for more information, give us a call at 757-714-7861. If you'd like to be a participant at the rally, if you'd like to be a participant October the 15th at 11 a.m., you can give us a call at area code 757-420-0224. That's 757-420-0224. Our inboxes, and let us know that you would like to be a participant, that you on your way out to 470.
Absolutely. So yes, please contact us if you all want to be a part of. Also, you can DM us. Please let us know you're coming, bringing some friends. Our contact information is 757. You can call 287-6792, or you can email us at Cristo community@cox.net. That's CRISTO, Cristo community@cox.net. So we'll see you all on Wednesday. Be blessed. Thank you so much for joining us.
Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on WGPL 1350, WPCE 1400, 95.3, and soon to be WMVA 88.9. 2 up, 2 down. And for more information, call us 757-714-7861.
You all are a blessing. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful day.
Bye now.